Yeah, honestly, yes, we were dominated in many parts of the match. One of those rare days where our team just switched off somehow. We normally don't come up against these situations, but it happens in football, you know. Although I still believe that had we had the energy that we ended the game with, probably we'd be talking a different story.
Okay, thanks, Coach. We'll give the opportunity to the colleagues. Please, for manners, we introduce yourself and you ask the coach. We have a mic. The corner comes in.
Coach, you spoke after a game against Richards Bay that, dropping 6 points in Durban would be unacceptable for the club. Now that you drop 6 points, how bad it is on your situation in terms of the battle for survival?
It is still unacceptable. It doesn't change anything. Look, we cannot start pressing panic buttons at this moment. But it depends on how people see this thing. The biggest challenge ahead of us is that we are facing teams that are very, are right at the top, and we miss the opportunity, with the teams that are around us. That's the biggest challenge. But we have to find solutions to say, what then do we do now? When we come up because I think our next game will be Sundowns league match. So what then do we do? And the following game as well, and the following game, because I think what will do us a great deal of service or whatever it is will be that we go to the break, the FIFA break, having collected at least 9 points at the moment, or more.
Yes, Coach.
Good evening, Coach. Good evening, Coach. Since also independent media, Coach, your side conceded the 26th and 27th goal of the season. I think you're probably the worst defense in the league, in a matter of speaking. What have you put that down to, and how have you tried to resolve that sort of problem? It doesn't help that you're trying to build towards not having to worry about that sort of position towards the end of the season. And conceding goals is probably the worst thing that you could do when you're trying to build up moving forward. So how
if you look at it very well, in most instances when we concede, we will concede one or none at all. It's not too often that we concede. The deficit was increased by the 8 goals against Pirates. And if you remove all those goals, you find that we are somewhere. But now, as we speak, I'm getting worried because we consider 2 in each match. We've always been very solid, with our defense. But maybe the challenge is that as soon as we concede, I don't know whether it's because we then become desperate to equalize or something like that. Then we'll concede more, So we need to remedy these things and see how we can best avoid this conceding of goals.
Before you speak, can I take the final 2 or 3 questions so that we don't keep the coach all night? Okay, 1, 2. That's okay. Thanks.
Coach Adnan Anelas, I'm from SABC. Coach, we've already alluded on the fact that the club is not not in a good position. But the situation of a club like Royal does it give you guys some hope that whatever happens, we might be playing for the only playoffs?
I'm not even thinking about that. You know, my mind doesn't. I'm not a capitalist. I've never. It has never even come to my mind. You know. My mind is based on climbing up the league. You know. I would be a very poor coach, or I don't know what's the right word. I would be this person who's not ambitious. If I really start thinking about how do we sit at the bottom and all of that, I'm looking at the gap of points now as we sit, you know, and say, oh, SuperSport is just above us. You know, if we had gotten 18, then we are above them. And then now we are on 18, the other clubs have got 20. I'm looking at those things, you know, but now you have to re-look again. And because I didn't want to go there and look back. Now we have to look and say, hey, how close is it? We've got 2 points, and you know, but I've never really thought about, hey, what if Royal AM this and this and this. That would be being worried about relegation than being worried about climbing up the log. You know.
One final question, Robert.
Coach, you brought Dion from AmaZulu. What are you expecting from him? And then why was he not part of the game today?
Goals. Obviously, the deals that happens between club and club. Yeah, you know, it's goals, primarily, because we have the leg thereof. You know, so we just need him to score goals for us. I think I'm not blowing my own trumpet, but I think I understand him much better than everybody else.
Coach 7.
Go for that.